Andreas Christensen arrived at Barcelona as a free agent, and 4 seasons in, he still feels the pulse of a club that can define the rest of his career. Now, with his contract set to expire on the 30th of June 2026, the Danish centre-back finds himself at a crossroads that mixes professional urgency with a quiet personal certainty. He wants to stay. Last season's injuries stole playing time and momentum. But Christensen has clawed his way back to full fitness and carries the single-minded goal of reclaiming trust from Hansi Flick and the Barcelona coaching staff. Summer offers flowed in from Saudi Arabia, the Premier League, Germany, and beyond. Each one tempting on paper, yet hollow when measured against the life he and his family have built in Catalonia. Money, it seems, could not outweigh comfort, community, and the conviction that Barcelona remains the best place for his partner and their children. The departure of Inigo Martinez opened a gap in the defensive pecking order. And while Pau Cubarsí sits as a near untouchable presence, the rest of the backline is suddenly a battlefield. Christensen knows he is not guaranteed a starting spot. Ronald Araujo's athleticism and Eric Garcia's dependable reads present real competition. What Christensen brings is experience from the Premier League, calm under pressure, and a tactical intelligence that can steady a backline when the stakes are highest. He also understands the only path to renewal runs through performance. Earn Flick's trust in training, make the minutes on the pitch count, and show that injuries are behind him rather than a looming risk. Barcelona's silence on a renewal offer has created headlines, but silence and indecision are different things. The club may be measuring budgets, balancing a complex squad chart, or waiting to see which defenders emerge in pre-season. For Christensen, time is both ally and adversary. Every strong session, every composed touch in a match is an argument in favour of a new contract. Off the field, the choice to stay is equally decisive. The player and his family have settled in Barcelona. His partner is expecting their 3rd child, and the couple believe the city offers the right environment to raise a growing family. That domestic stability feeds into professional resolve. A player who feels at home can focus entirely on performance, without the distraction of uprooting a family or adjusting to a new league's demands. Yet the mechanics of a renewal are procedural. Agents and sporting directors must find common ground. Numbers must be negotiated, and visions for the squad must align. So far, talks between Christensen's camp and Barcelona's sporting director Deco have not taken place publicly. But football negotiations rarely move in straight lines. What will determine the result is simple in theory and hard in practice. Christensen must transform the narrative from returning from injury to key defensive figure. That means consistent minutes, composed defending in high-pressure moments, and leadership that reassures teammates and coaches alike. For Barca, the calculus is whether to invest long-term in a defender who knows the club and the city, or to redirect resources toward younger assets and fresh signings. The exit of Inigo Martinez and the emergence of youth players reshape that calculus every day. And Flick's selection decisions this pre-season will send a loud signal. Trust the experienced recruit who has stayed and fought, or accelerate a youth-driven rebuild. Fans will want to watch for small but telling signs. Who starts the early friendlies? How many minutes Christensen plays in tight matches? And whether his communication with new and returning teammates stabilises the back line. Behind those on-field metrics lie deeper indicators, the tone of public comments from the club, whether negotiations are scheduled, and how quickly the club moves if injuries strike again. Christensen has publicly and privately signalled his desire to remain. He turned down lucrative offers and chose family and sporting continuity. That choice already frames the story as one of loyalty and measured ambition, rather than a mercenary chase for the highest bidder. But loyalty alone does not win contracts. Performance does. This moment, then, is emblematic of modern football's tensions: loyalty versus opportunity, recovery versus reliability, and a club's long-term blueprint versus the short-term imperative to win. Christensen's next matches will be more than minutes on a sheet. They will be a living resume. Each pass and interception an item in Barcelona's ledger as they decide whether to extend a player who wants to stay. Whether the club ultimately offers a new deal will reveal as much about Barcelona's strategy as it does about Christensen's standing in the squad. For now, he has chosen his side. He will fight in Blaugrana, And the rest depends on a complex blend of trust earned, performances delivered, and choices made in the offices where contracts are drawn. Fans should watch closely. This contract countdown could be the moment that defines not just Christensen's next season, but a small but meaningful chapter in Barcelona's rebuilding story.